welcome to him and her, and her, and he's him. And we've been married a long time. We're going to be working on my life, my legacy. This is something I created last year. And this particular one that I'm using is called the Lilies and Roses Edition. And that's because I named it after my grandmother named Rose Lily. And Wayne is going to be using the leather edition, which has the very same questions in it. And we're going to go through and answer the questions like we would want to share as if we were writing in it. Okay. The first section is the introduction, a personal portrait. And the first question is, list the places you have lived in chronological order. You want to take that?
Okay. I've lived in farm life.
And farm life is just a rural little community in between several small towns.
That was the boundary of farm life is where the children attended school at farm life. Vicki was on the outer edges of farm life. She was in the
suburbs,
the outer suburbs of farm life. Lived in Greenville, lived back in Williamston, back to Greenville, back to Williamston, and now I'm back in farm life again. My next move is 2/10 of a mile to the cemetery.
Well, okay. And we haven't moved into a lot of different places. Obviously, we've lived in a very narrow little group of places. In fact, Greenville is only 35 miles from here. So, and Williamson is only about 10 miles from here. So we were born and raised in farm life. And we went to Greenville and lived in an apartment there after we got married. We first got married, lived in farm life. Then we went to Greenville, lived in an apartment. Then we came back to Williamson and lived in a little house that his uncle owned on Fairview Street. And then our daughter was born there. Then we lived back to Greenville, and I worked on my master's there. And then we moved back to Williamston, in another little house that we rented for a while. And then we built our house here in Farm Life, and that's where we've been ever since.
What hobbies do you have? I have a lot of hobbies. I like to read lots of different subjects. History, American history. I like some fiction. I'm beginning to develop a little bit of an interest in historical fiction. I like to take pictures. One time I was flying my drone, stopped there. I like to work in the yard. I like to work out in my little shop some. And dabble in cooking a little bit. Unfortunately, it shouldn't be listed as a hobby, but I like to exercise. And that's about it.
Yeah, I guess so. Mine are a lot different from his. I like DIY home decor. I like always fixing up things in the home and making things and taking things that can't come from places we were raised and incorporating those into our home decor. I like to do puzzles like Sudoku.
And that Candy Crush.
No, I play some apps on my iPad, but they're mostly word games and card games, basically. And I like to watch HGTV. And I don't like to read a lot of things except for things that are relevant to what I'm doing. But I like to listen to murder mysteries, detective stories, things like that. And I like watching African animal documentaries. Okay?
I could add movies and word games to mine. What special gifts or talents do you have? I wish I could say I could sing, but I can't. I don't know if I really have any special gifts or talents. I have a lot of curiosity about things. I think I have the ability to make people feel comfortable around me. And curiosity about people, I think, is a gift or talent. That's all I'm thinking of.
Well, that's pretty special. And obviously, he's the introvert, and I mean the extrovert, and I'm the introvert, which actually works very well. My talents, well, I think I'm a pretty good cook. I think I'm a creative problem solver. I think I'm technologically proficient and a pretty good writer. I can write better than I can speak, and I kept down. I like to organize things. I mostly like things organized. So therefore, I guess I have to like to organize things.
Okay. I guess one of my talents is spontaneity because I'm sitting here looking at Vicki and Keith or hers. She wrote down notes. I have nothing. She gave me this and said, spark talking. So actually, gift to gab is one of my
Yes, it is.
positive traits. What is your best trait or characteristics? I don't know. I have a sensitivity and openness to people, I think. Curiosity. Interesting how that comes up frequent. Have an interest in doing things for the community in a way. That's it.
Okay. Well, and then my best trait or characteristic can be a negative. It can be a positive or a negative. If there's something that I want or I want to do, I don't easily give up on it. Isn't that true? Is that positive?
Could be.
I think you've experienced some negatives to that. Okay.
One of Vicky's best traits or characteristics is her abilities to focus on something. I can't. I do not have attention deficit disorder, but my interests are so varied that I don't pursue one thing forever. She can pursue one thing for a long time. I can't do that. What is one thing about yourself you would like to change? One thing I would like to change about myself is I would like to be more focused into limited areas. I have several topics in history I'd like to pursue. One of them relates to my grandfather, my paternal grandfather. But I think I would like to be more focused and say, here's where I want to spend my time. And I will read quite a bit and learn about something, then another interest develops. And so I think the ability to focus in a narrowing, more limited areas would be nice.
I would like to change about me is impatience. I get impatient when I don't have what I want when I want it and what I want to do when I want it. So, and for things to happen when I want them to happen. So that's a big drawback. And sometimes I wish I could be more like him. He is very patient and I am not.
At what time in your life were you the happiest and why? And this sounds almost trite, but I'm happiest right now. I don't know a time when I was really sad. Of course, losing my brother and parents. As far as generally being happy, I think right now is the happiest time. I have no desire to go back to when so and so years of my life or anything like that. I'm content where I am right now.
Yeah, and I can't argue with that because when I think about being happy, I am probably the happiest right now in terms of the freedom to do like we want to do the things we want to do. But I did put down something that a time that I enjoyed perhaps the most, and that was when our grandchildren were growing up for several reasons. One, it's a lot easier to raise grandchildren than it is children.
There you go.
Yeah, that's right. And we're not responsible for raising them, but we I really enjoy seeing them grow up and how they turn out to be. That watching them grow into responsible, compassionate, and independent young adults. It's easy to pat yourself on the back for having done something right with your own children because obviously they did a good job of raising our grandchildren. And I loved watching them play sports. They were so good at everything that they played. And in spite of the fact that I enjoyed watching them win and excel, I enjoyed watching them develop those qualities of independence and responsibility and good sportsmanship because you could see the kind of people that they were becoming in the way that they played sports. And that was very rewarding. And now those grandchildren I'm talking about are grown. But we have a younger granddaughter that I'm enjoying watching become her own person. She doesn't like the same things that our other grandchildren like. And just watching her to grow into enjoying the things that she likes to participate in, that's enjoyable right now, too. Okay, that finishes up the introduction section of our book. And we'll be